from the tables, back in the tables, back from the tables, then you will have to write a query and get the information. So now this is the kind of tables. This was the kind of database was they were using it, Oracle database company. So this was every time we want to input the information, we input the information, and every time we want to retrieve the information, we should write a query and get the data back. If for input also we need to write a query, like that it was the pure database. So that is why it was increasingly, every time we want to have any information, you cannot write a query for that. So that's why they have developed a kind of applications. They kind of Oracle applications, they have developed it. So now this is the Oracle, how it was started with that. So they started one application, this one, release 11i. Oracle started release 11i. Started an application, started Oracle Financials applications. Release 10 in late 1990s. They started it in the late 1990s. It was a character based and not internet enabled. So these are the constraints for that. Because the application, though they have brought out an application, right? We'll know what application is. I will explain to you later. So this one application they have developed with the called released in late 1990s. It was a character based and not internet enabled. So that's why they brought into that. They came out with release 11i. 11i, which was Oracle Financials application. That's why even till today, most people know it as Oracle applications only. Oracle applications only they call it because initially they came out with only the financials, only the financial applications, not with any other supply chain, not with any other manufacturing. All these things were not there. So applications were only financial consent. Financials related. No supply chain, no HCM like that. But when they came out with 11i, 11i means with internet enabled, release 11i, they came out in the late 1990s, which was introduced in late 1990s, had supply chain, supply chain modules, and you have the HRMS, Human Resource Management Services, projects, and manufacturing also. Manufacturing also, they have introduced with the 11i. This was an internet-based application. So GUI was used. It was a GUI application, means graphic user interface. GUI interface, GUI based. Oracle was using their own forms and their own database. Oracle database and Oracle forms. Forms are interfaces. What we call them, forms are interfaces. So every application will have to have one interface for you to put the record inside and also to retrieve the data whenever you want to query, you should be able to query that. So this is no more. It is not there now, 11i. Now, more and more internet was enabled application to bring Oracle introduced release 12, popularly known as e-business suite, EBS, e-business suite, with more and more applications. E- EBS, which is more popularly known as Oracle e-business suite, which had got more applications. This is in the early 2000. Released popularly known as EBS, Oracle EBS. It was introduced in the early 2000s. In the early 2000s. Means before 2005. It was introduced into in the 2000s. It was introduced at. So it has added some more features. It introduced Java applications, Java technology for the forms, like in the sense pages. They created Java pages and brought in more and more applications. Now they came out with the release 13. Release 13, known as Fusion Cloud, was introduced in 2015 to 2016. In mid in 2025, you can take it at in 2025. This is a cloud-based application, and it is also a combination of several other software companies, business processes integrated with the cloud, integrated with the Oracle Release 12. It's not only Oracle had their own form, their own applications, but apart from that, they brought it into the 13 like that. So this is the history of it. Oracle history is like this. It has eventually came into application. Now then we say the cloud. What is the cloud application? We talked about the cloud here. Up to release 12, Oracle applications was an on-premise model. On-premise model means customer has to buy the license, used to buy the software, have their own servers, load the software, implement it, and maintain it as well. Because on-premise model, they used to maintain. It is on the total button was the client's only. He only has to do everything on his own. He has to maintain the application also. He has to have a database administrators. All these things were there. Raise cloud, on the other hand, is Oracle introduced the release 13, the latest version of Oracle ERP on cloud basis. When it is a cloud is there, then it is launched. Servers are not to be maintained. Clients do not need to have servers, no need to maintain the applications also, right? So they will subscribe to the Oracle, and Oracle take care of everything. Client, they subscribe to Oracle, and Oracle takes care of all the needs of the software, network, and database administration. All these things will be taken care by the Oracle itself. They will take care of all everything. So that's why they have introduced the cloud-based application they have introduced. Then when we say after the cloud, it is fusion. As I explained to you, Oracle has brought, while coming with the latest version, coming out with the latest version, release 13, Oracle had integrated the best business processes of several other software companies with their own process and integrated them in release 13. They had their own software. R12 also they have got several applications. So then they have bought over several other companies. Suppose if there is a good process in company, there is a company called PeopleSoft. Sorry, there was interruption in the internet. Hello, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, there was interruption in the internet. Sorry for that. So Hyperion was another application, a software company. It was good in planning and also reporting. Hyperion was that. So, and also you have got JD Edwards. It was good in supply chain, financials and supply chain, good in supply chain and financials, SCM and financials also. Some of the processes. So Primavera, it was good in projects accounting, CBEL CRM, customer relationship. So like this, there are several other companies also they have bought over. Oracle has bought over all these things, companies, and also integrated their best practices. Bought over all these companies and integrated their best practices into Oracle e-business suite and released a newer version called Release 13. So this is what they did not upgrade R12 application. They have changed a new application they brought into that. This is called new application. That's why it is called fusion. Fusion means combining more than right, combining more than two into one force or one entity. So that is the reason why we call it as a fusion applications. That's why we call it as a fusion applications. Then the applications, what we meant to say, financials applications, right? So we call it as financials because we are learning only financials here, financials. So there are several product families in this. Oracle Fusion Financials, Oracle Fusion HCM. Then you have got Oracle Fusion, Fusion Supply Chain Management. So Oracle Fusion HCM, Human Capital Management, Oracle Projects. These are all the areas, the product families we call up to the release 12, we call them as product families. Now we call them as offerings. These are all the offerings in the Fusion applications. So the above ones were the product families in R12 up to release 12. Now we call them as offerings in Fusion. In the Fusion applications, we call them as offerings. So these offerings under the financials, we have got the core application, general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash management, and also fixed assets. These are all not the only ones in the financials product family offerings, financial offerings. There are other also, some other like lease management, joint venture accounting, like that. There are several other applications also, but these are the core ones. These are the core applications that are there in the financials. These are the core. Everything, every company has to have these ones. They use most of the companies. Lease accounting is done only by the leased companies. Treasury management is done by the only treasury companies. Like that, they have got right property management. If any company has got real estate company, they have got so many properties to be maintained. So there is a property management also. Again, another application. All comes under the all come under the financials applications only. Apart from this, we have got other supply chain management. Oracle also supply chain management is there. Under the supply chain, you will have the purchasing, order management, inventory. We can say that order management is later. First, next time it will come to the inventory. What all you buy, you will get in the form of inventory. Then HCM also you have got the core HR modules where the employees information is there. Then self-service for HRM, HRMS for HR, payroll, compensation management, worker time and labor. Like that, there are so many applications. Compensation management, compensation management, and also you have got worker learning management, time and labor. Yeah, so these are all so many applications like that. Here also you have got so many applications like Oracle project billing, costing, and project billing. These are the applications are available, other applications. So we are learning this as 100%. For these applications, we tell you the setup as if you are going to have the fresh instance, and also we'll gather transactions also will be shown. Setup means what are the requirements for the setup. Suppose Oracle gives the blank instance for us. When the client buys it, you will go as an application implementation consultant. You will take their requirements or you will study their current business process and configure the application as per the client's requirement. So it is called setup of the application, of all the applications. And also transactions in each module. Suppose you say general ledger, how to create a ledger, how to create a chart of accounts. There are some constants required for the ledger. To create a ledger, we need to have the chart of accounts, calendar, currency, sub-ledger accounting method like that. That you will understand it later. Same way, accounts payable also we have to make the setups and we need to pay the invoices of the vendors to the vendors payment we need to make. Then again, accounts receivable also these account receivable applications, then we'll collect the money from the customers. We collect the money from the customers. So that is model. Cash management is to reconcile the bank statements, fixed assets to manage the assets. So these are the core ones that we do. We learn everything, setup and transactions, process, right? Transactions and processes, business process. So we manage the business process also. So here, this is the purchasing, is there, inventory, order management. See, companies expect us to learn the procure to pay process. There are some process, procure to pay process, and also another process called order to cash process. In this procure to pay process, one needs to understand how we raise the purchase orders. This involves, procure to pay process involves here a bit of purchasing and also inventory, general ledger. Here also same way it is sales, inventory, you will get the account receivable and the general ledger. So these processes we are expected to know. Though you are a financial consultant, it is better you learn some of the understanding of the other areas also. That's why we teach you procurement to pay process also about the purchasing, inventory, accounts payable, and general ledger. This is the entire cycle process. I will explain to them. Order management, inventory, accounts receivable, and general ledger. So here, inventory, accounts payable, and general ledger, you know here, because we are teaching you as part of our financials, we are teaching you the accounts payable and general ledger you are covering here. So accounts receivable and general ledger also we are covering here fully covering. What we will try to teach is how to raise the purchase orders, then how you receive the material into the inventory organization, inventory stocks, how you receive the stocks against the purchase orders, then how you process the payment. Once we buy it from a supplier and he submits us an invoice, we need to process his invoice and make the payment. So that's why we have to pay it. That's called accounts payable applications. For all the transactions you do in the accounts payable, general ledger entries have to go to the general ledger. So that's how we transfer all these things. This process, this also we will cover you, but not totally. Yeah, as we do the setups, we teach you overall understanding of the process so that you will be able to cope up. When you go to the companies, when you are asked to do something in this, you will understand the origins, basics of it, you will understand it. So this process also will be taught to you. May not be fully 100%, but it is around 25 to 35% of that applications will teach you on that. So this is the process, financials. And applications, as I explained to you, so it will have a database. Application means you will have database. We develop it because all the time you cannot interact with the database. You cannot interact. There should be some mechanism whereby you enter the data and you store it automatically. No need to write query. So like that. You will have a database here. Database will have the interface. Everybody, whoever is working in any application, either Tally or SAP or Oracle or anything. So you will have the database here. Information will be stored there. As I told you, if you do not have any application, then you will have to, every time you want to input the data, database, input the data, you will have to write a query and then insert the data like that. Hello.
ఏంటి డేటాబేస్ అంటే డేటా కలెక్ట్ చేయడం అంటే డేటా కలెక్ట్ చేయడం కలెక్ట్ చేయడం స్టోరేజ్ డేటాబేస్ అంటే
Hello. Any issue, please? Hello. 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 Hello, Mr. Kiran. Hello.
హలో
Yeah, Mr. Kiran, any doubt or anything?
నో
No, if you want any clarification, I will do it for you. Wherever you are not able to understand. Hello.
నో ఇష్యూ
Okay. So like this, we develop the interfaces. You are seeing many applications. Applications will have to interfaces. Interface means a form where you enter the data. You will not write a query. Already this is form is given a query. You enter the information record and save the data. So the data will go here. This is called interface or the form where you will have the fields. You enter the fields, write information. This is called interface. This is a form where we send the data into the database. So now here the database, you will enter the data here, record employee name, employee number, data, everything. It will go into the system. You will send the data into the system database. So when you want to retrieve the data, get back the information, you don't need to write a query here. So you will develop a kind of a report, you will develop it here. Whatever the information you want to get back, you will get back from the information. From this place, you will get into this. So like this, database is used whenever you want any report, you can develop a report and you can submit a request to the system. System will get to the information back from the database, you will get it. So this is the reports. So an application is nothing but you will have a database, you will have an interface to put the information there, then you will get the reports. What are the information you want to get into the reports? You will get back the information from this. So this is how the applications are there. Now in this, we are learning the applications. You have got general ledger application. You have got accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash management, fixed assets. These applications will be taught to you in this one. Yeah. Somebody, if you have got any doubts or any information, I will let you know. I will show you the application, how it is structured. I will take you to the application. I will show you that how the application is designed and it is developed in the future. So this is the history of the Oracle applications. As you said, ERP is an enterprise resource planning. What we are going to learn is enterprise resource plan. So this is an enterprise resource planning. So this is an enterprise is a large business organization. Enterprise resource planning. So an enterprise is a large business organization. A large business organization. Can you please mute?
నీకు కుదురుగా కూర్చుని అన్నం తినమని చెప్తున్నా కదా అన్న అన్న కూర్చో ఇక్కడ
Can
కూర్చో
you please can you please mute?
తినడానికి పోరా ఇంకోటి పోరా సైలెంట్ కూడా పోయినారా
Hello?
కొడతా చెప్తున్నాడు ఇప్పుడు
Can you please mute, please? Devi, Devi Garu, can you please mute?
కాపాడుతుంది నా చేతిలో బాడ కూడా కాపాడు
Hello?
చదవండి కూర్చో నోటి మీద వేలే ఫింగర్ ఆన్ ద లిప్స్ ఇలా పెట్టు వీడు పడుకున్నాడు లేపేసినావు కదా ఎందుకు లేపరా వెళ్ళిపో నువ్వు తాత దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళిపో ఇక్కడ వద్దా అసలు వెళ్ళిపో వద్దు
Hello?
పో తాత దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళిపో
Hello?
పంపించేస్తా నేను చూడు నా వల్ల అయితే లేదు నీతోటి వెళ్ళు
Hello? Hello, Devi Garu? Can you please mute?
సారీ సారీ సారీ
Please mute it now. Please mute it. Yeah. So here, this is enterprise resource planning. So this is enterprise wide. You may have in any number of companies, many companies you may have across the globe. Everything is connected to the single database. Single database. Every information will be available for you in the same database. So this is called the enterprise resource planning also. Now the how Oracle application looks like is, so you'll have to, we'll log into, I will show you the log into the applications. Yeah. This is the cloud applications you have got here. So in this cloud application, we will start the user ID for like any other applications. We have a user ID and password. We'll have to enter our user ID and password. So this is the application. From this application, what all the roles you are playing in the organization, based on your role in the organization, you will have the tasks assigned to you. So you will get the partners management, risk management. These are the work areas, functional areas where you will be working. Supply chain means if you are working for supply chain, you can go to the supply chain. You can go to the payables application, general ledger, intercompany accounting, cash management, fixed assets. Like this, depending upon the user, the roles we assign to the user, you will have access to them. So in this, suppose if you want to enter an invoice of the customer, you can just already you may have set up, you may have made into that, and payables, go to the invoices. So you can create the invoices because already we have made the setup. Setup part we will teach you. I'm just telling you the how it works. So now this is the place where you enter the invoices of the customers here, of the vendors. System will default all the information here, which operating unit, business unit, purchase order number, supplier number, you would select supplier name here. So here A supplier. So now these are the suppliers. You can select the suppliers. This is the invoices submitted by the customers, by the vendors to us. We enter. So vendor will give the invoice number here, 102 something, date for how much amount is the enter invoices. You will enter the invoices. So in the same invoice, when you enter all the details and you give the lines also here, lines means for what purpose you have given it. Item cost or freight or lines, so you cannot enter invoice lines because invoice it is incomplete. Okay. So purchase order number, everything, invoice, standard invoice. So here date, everything you will enter into this. After this, you will give the lines here. Then you will go to the invoice actions. You will validate invoice. All the activities connected to the invoice will be available to you right in the form itself. First, you will validate the invoice. Then you will approve the invoice. Then you will create accounting for the for the invoice. Then you will make the payment also. So like this, you can act into the depending upon the module, each application, what are the roles you will have to pay. According to that, you will enter your job roles, you will enter the invoices, you will make the payment, all other things you will make into that. Every information will go and sit in the general ledger, accounting information. So you can go to the general ledger if you want to go. You will have to go to the navigator and go to the general ledger. Any application you want to change, go to the navigator and go to the general accounting. General ledger, you want to enter the journal entries manually, you can enter the journals. Then go to the create journal entries, you create manual journal entries. So you will enter the journal entry information, you will be able to enter it. This also every year, it is the periods, number of periods are there. So you will have to open the periods means, unless you open the periods, you cannot post the entries into that. So go to the period close in the general ledger application. So you'll have to open the periods and then post into it. So now here, general ledger periods, click on that, never open periods. So what are the period up to adjustment 24 year, it is there. So next year also, if you want to open, you can go to the, keep the cursor here, then open the period. So it will open the next period. Or if you want to open more than one period also, target period is March, open the target period. Up to March, you want to open also, you can open more than one period also at a time, March 25. It will open the periods. Once it is opened, then only you can do any transactions in the general ledger and also in the payables also you will do that. Every application will look like this. This is easy to use. Once you know these navigations, then you will be able to understand it very well. Here, what we are trying to teach you here is, we give you the 100% of the setups of each application. Will teach all the financial applications. 5 applications, what all we taught. So that all the applications. Then we also teach you the transaction processing, how to process the transactions, that also will teach. And accounting entries, how they are created. Entries are explained. Accounting entries are explained to you. Then apart from that, we give the notes. While attending the class, you don't need to write down. You just listen to the course and also see the navigations, how we are going, what you are doing. So we'll give you the notes. Apart from that, they also will give you the videos. So those videos will be given. The course is 90 hours duration. 90 hours of teaching. And practice up to you. 90 hours to or 180 hours or anything you can do that. Practice is essential. You will have to learn the course. The course will go around 90 days because of the holidays and other things. Sometimes I may go on leave or holidays come like that. Some issues will come. So that's why total course is the 90 days course. This is what here opportunities, job opportunities wise. So we have got Fusion was introduced in the year 2015. So we have implemented new clients are also going for the Fusion only. So implementation consultant jobs and support consultants and support. These are the two things that we have got in the Fusion now. If somebody has knowledge of e-business suite, then he can support them also. Still there. Oracle stopped, right? Oracle is not encouraging the new clients to go for previous versions, release 12. So more and more clients are going for release 12, release 13 fusion. Release 13 fusion only is being implemented now. Old projects are going, only support projects are there in the e-business suite, but no implementations are going on the e-business suite. No implementation. That's why we have got more opportunities in the cloud applications. We have implementation consultants and support consultant jobs are also there. Yes. Yeah. Anybody has any doubts, please? You want to have any clarification on the course content or any other things? Hello? Hello? Are you there, please? Srikant, Nandu, Kiran? Are you hearing me?
Yes, yes. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Anybody has got any doubts or any information you want about the course or anything else?
No, no.
Mr. Prasad? Hello? Can you please respond?
Yeah, hi sir. No sir, no doubts.
Okay. Shall we close this then?
Yeah, sir.
May I
Yeah,
know
close.
how much of cost fee course?
Cost, yeah, cost other things, Mr. Tirupati will let you know. They will call you. They will let you know.
It is
Yes,
offline or
yeah. Offline and online both are available. Mostly, mostly people are preferring for the online course only because of to avoid the travel, everything. But if some people are interested to have the offline classes, we are ready to extend it. Offline class also we can take.
okay, sir.
Yeah. Here, with regard to the class notes, what I told you is we will give you all the navigations because this course is a new to you people. You will have to know how the navigations will go. So now we will give you each and everything, all applications, all the modules that we teach. So those applications will have the notes, clear notes will give you so that you'll be able to follow it along with the navigations and the explanations also we give there. Yeah. How the organization structures looks like you. What is the enterprise? Everything I will explain to you in the classes. Then general ledger, how to make the setup for the general ledger. All the notes will be given to you. Same thing, accounts payable to procure to pay process. Like this screenshots also, we'll provide you the screenshots also. Even for the fusion applications. So when you go to the accounts payable, what are the invoices have to be entered, right? How the screenshots are there about the accounting entries, each and every accounting entry. It will be easy for you to navigate. We provide you the navigations of each and every topic. Then we'll give you the notes. What are the accounting entries are created for each of the events? Why the entry is coming like that? In detail, we will explain to you about the applications. So no need to worry for you to record. Whenever you have time, you can just attend to the recordings. In case you have any doubt, there you can get. Notes will be very, very clear for you. So apart from that, if you want to learn more something, then you can go through the videos that are given to you. You can practice also. Instance also will be given to you by Mr. Tirupati, so that for you to practice it. Yeah. Any other details you want, please? You can attend the class, regular class, a common slot, 1 or 2 classes you will attend to it. So then you will be able to understand how the application goes. This demo is only informative. There, once you start teaching that, we'll also take you the implementation, right? Setups, how to do. Those also I will teach you. Then you can understand it better. Any other information required, please? Okay, shall we close this demo, please?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for attending the demo.
Thank you.